Hi, I'm Leigh Koechner. Today is day 22 of FYG GYG, Find Your Gift and Give Your Gift. 33 days to a more joyful life. I'm obviously speaking too fast, so please join me in 3 breaths to calm down. Let's breathe in through our nose and out through our mouth. In through our nose and out through our mouth. In through our nose and out through our mouth. I saw Deepak Chopra yesterday and I was speaking with him and he was talking about meditating and breathing. And he was saying, even if you can just do a little meditation practice in the morning, 20 minutes, throughout the day, you can either set a little timer or just anytime you feel like I just was talking too fast, you can literally just do 3 breaths and get back grounded. It's almost like a teeny baby meditation or a little vacation for your mind to just relax for a moment. Know that everything is okay. You guys, today we are talking about rest and recover. Yay! I like rest and recover. As I have watched how much we've been digesting and doing, I realize that it's so important to rest, chew up the big bites that we've taken and let them digest. So today we are doing that. So know that you can relax. You don't have to do anything. You can have your journal close by and jot down anything that comes up for you. A word, an idea, a thought, anything that excites you. Just jot it down in your journal. Let that be your place to go to reflect and to remind you of the work that you've done and to help you piece together what you're doing, what your purpose is, where you're going, what you want. So I just kind of want to recap on the ones that we've recently done. And the first one we did was vision boarding. And terms like that to me a lot of times seem silly until you actually just do it. And you let yourself do it with abandon, reckless abandon. You rip out stuff for no reason, just because a word excites you or a tiny door to nowhere excites you. You just rip stuff out without thinking. We do it mindlessly, meaning we're not overthinking for the perfect thing. Just rip, 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 rip. And then look at it. And then let the kind of pieces of the puzzle, what representing all the different things, and putting it up on a board. And it literally gets our heart's desires, the things that we want and dream of, out of our minds and onto a paper where we can see them. And I think it's so neat too that when you look at your vision board, you can see next steps or the cornhole tosses that you can start to do to get to that board. Because when you can see it very clearly what you want, then you can make a game plan for each thing to manifest it. So I love the vision boarding. I love the playfulness of it, the creativity of it, and letting ourselves just put whatever the heck we want. And dreaming big too, right? If we can think it and we can see it, it's in our wheelhouse. It can happen. Another one that we talked about was acting as if. And this kind of goes with the law of attraction. Like attracts like. Thoughts become things. We get what we focus on. Acting as if will show up. So however we do it, the universe meets us. Today, I was talking to a gal that I asked my assistant to look up a bunch of conferences coming in the near future. And then my friend, who's kind of a spiritual gal, said, you need to look up the conferences that are coming in the future. You need to show the universe you're doing the work. You need to see which ones resonate with you. You need to feel it and map out what you want to do. Asking her to do it is stagnant and old, my assistant to do it. And the universe is going, oh, I guess you don't want that much, so we're not going to support you in that because you're not moving in it. She is, right? So think about what you want and then look it up, touch it, move forward, give it attention. And I really like that. It's like when I show the universe I'm putting in the work, the universe will put in the work. When I step up I'm arm in arm with the universe. We're walking together. And also acting as if. Start claiming what you are, what you hope to be. So that one woman could say, I am the travel mom. I am a parenting expert. I am an artist. I am a photographer. I am a bearer of light, and look forward to finding the places that I need to shine it. I am, start owning what you're one day dreaming of. As if. Feel it, own it. Then we talked about say yes, right? And I had something recently come up for me. Somebody invited me to come to a conference in Bali, and it's going to be in January for 6 days. And I was thinking, okay, this is last minute. I've already got something for December. I've already got something booked out of town for December and out of town for February. January too, and I was having this kind of nervous energy about it. And then I started calming down a little bit. I thought, well, let me ask her. I said, can I speak at this thing? She was kind of inviting me just to be part of it. I said, can I speak at it? Then I can write it off. She said, yes. I was like, all right. And then I looked at the dates, and one of the dates coincided with Eve's birthday. I would have to fly out on the 12th. Eve's birthday party's the 13th, so that kind of went on the no list. And I was doing this and having all this resistance, and I thought, am I having resistance because I am fearful to go do this thing? Because if that's the resistance, I need to go do it. So I had to really explore it, and what I realized was I'm having resistance because it interferes with my baby's birthday. I'm having resistance because it wasn't planned in advance. I was asked last minute. I'm having resistance because it doesn't fit well with the flow of my schedule. So be really clear with your yeses. If something comes up and it seems like a good idea, but you try to navigate it and roadblocks keep coming up and you're not filled with joy to do it, don't do it. Okay? So that's when you can say no and let it pass. Saying yes is when someone opens the door and your heart pounds and it scares the shit out of you, say yes. Walk through the door and 10 more doors will open. Say no and you're going to stay right where you are. Okay? So really get in touch with yes and the power of yes when it's moving you in joy and in line with your purpose. Got it? All right. Another thing that, let's see. Oh, the last one we just did, phone a friend. I hope you guys did that. If you did not, I encourage you to do that maybe this holiday. If you see, people, family members, whatever, ask them, what do you see in me? What am I really good at that you wish you could do? That's a good one because we take for granted what we're really good at, but other people who are not good at it really see it and they can tell you. So that's a really beautiful, easy cheat way because you don't have to go within and do your healing work. You can just go out and ask. So make sure to take advantage of that tool. And make sure to jot it down in your journal and circle the ones that were said the most and then count the one that has the most. You put that word at the bottom and then you put what you love to do next to it. And start to think, what could I do? Either a job and look for a vocation that supports those two words, or what can I start combining on my own, like leading hikes as I share about my heartache for other people who I know who are experiencing that current heartache. Or I like to paint, so I'm going to have a wine and cheese paint party while whatever it is. Start to create, give attention to, bring into your office, bring into your workplace what brings you joy. The more you give attention to it throughout your day, the more that's going to grow. Now I want to just ask you this personal question right now. How are you thinking differently than when you started this 33 days? How are you thinking differently? I know someone in this 33-day program has said, I am noticing my light. I am noticing what I'm good at. I'm noticing I light up a room. I'm noticing, starting to really own how they're showing up, really seeing their gifts. And the clearer and the more that we can see the more they come to fruition and they manifest. So think right now, how are you thinking differently? Because thoughts become things. How are you thinking differently? What are you allowing to soften in your head? What story are you allowing to be released because you've said it long enough? Everyone had hurts in their childhood. Everyone went through the ringer in one way or another. How long will you live behind that childhood thought, behind that childhood story? Think about that, guys. We're coming to the end of a year. Think about that. Think about letting it go. Thanking it, thanking the heartache or the struggle or the abuse because it got you exactly where you are today. And release it and move in a fresh new way. Remember, you have to show up in a new way to experience a new life. You have to quiet your mind to hear the whispers of your soul. Here's the quote I said for today. As I reflect today, I allow myself to see clearly what resides within. The gifts are there. Everything you need is there, waiting for you to look down, to get quiet, and to see it. I just am thinking about how important it is to be gentle with ourselves and to allow ourselves to be different and to think different and to lay down the heaviness. A lot of times people hold their stories so tight that the thought of laying it down seems too overwhelming because they've hid behind it. That's all they know. That's who they think they are, is this story. And who am I if I lay this down? You are a divine being, a brilliant bright light waiting to shine. Your gems are waiting to be pulled out and polished. So as we end today, I just offer that you be gentle with yourself. Set aside your heartaches and your pains and your stories and just love yourself, hold yourself. Dear God, I'm happy for this process. I'm happy for the people who are here supporting and doing it and working with me through it. I'm happy that each moment is fresh. Each moment we can make a new choice, a new decision. Let us be gentle with ourselves. And let us allow ourselves to set down the heaviness and to see the light. And we're grateful that we all have that same light inside of us. Amen. I will see you guys tomorrow for day 23, which is going to be connecting the dots. Tomorrow, come with an open-minded heart and come with the intent of clarity so that you can connect the dots from your life. I'll see you tomorrow.